What is going on, y'all? GoofyRhexxi here, and hope everybody is doing well. And welcome, guys, to the weekly headliner update, week number 34. Now, if you're new to the weekly headliner, this is where we discuss what is upcoming this week in Marvel Strike Force, and then we also recap those important topics from the previous week as well. Now, this week, we got a lot to talk about. Doc Ock returns, that's number one. Deathpool, good character, but right now, not necessarily working the way that she was intended to work, or the way that she is definitely written to work now. So we're going to talk about some wonky things here happening with her passive ability, Cloak and Dagger. We've got a release method through the data mines, kind of a weird and strange method for two characters that are going to be 100 shard unlocks. And then level 85, new stats here that we can see, that we can take a look at in MSF.gg. What characters should you be invested into first? Shang-Chi, and so much more, guys, that we can talk about here in this weekly headliner video. And we're going to start right now. Welcome back, guys. If it's your first time coming to the channel here and you would like to see some more Marvel Strike Force content, then consider hitting that subscribe button. Also, the notification bell so that you will know when my videos do go live. And then down below, there's a few links that are there. One where you can join my Discord, another where you can follow me on Twitch, where I do stream Marvel Strike Force content and Marvel Future Revolution content on a weekly basis. A few other links that are there, my Twitter and my Facebook link, where I do post some updates. And also Amazon coins. If you're looking to save some money here on your Marvel Strike Force or your mobile in-game purchases, then Amazon coins is definitely for you, a way for you to save up to 20% on those purchases there. And then also my Patreon, which is another way for you to support the channel. But let's dive into the first topic for this week, which are going to be our blitzes. So two blitzes this week, right? We have Swarm, which is going to start tonight on Monday. And then the next blitz, not GAMORA, is going to be for Taskmaster. Now, both of these characters probably aren't really sought after character. If you're probably sought after characters, if you're probably asking me which character is more important, I would definitely say probably Taskmaster, because you can use him for one of your flash events, which is Payday, and he's available in Cosmic 2.6, but I would say probably I would prioritize Taskmaster. Now, obviously, if you care about Shuri in Lock-In Invisible Woman, then Swarm is an option for you. Or if you care about War Defense and you have Doc Ock, then obviously Swarm is actually kind of an underrated character on that team. I have had some challenges here where Swarm can do some pretty crazy things on that Sinister Six team with Doc Ock. But listen, you're probably not really going to go hard on any of these characters anyways, unless maybe you're an earlier player who don't have shards on these characters. But let's take a look at blitz predictions. Now, these are some predictions for Moon Knight. This is the most recent blitz that we just had. Granted, man, I don't really think that you're going to have highest numbers as 55 billion for your top 1 to 100 ranking, or top one being 36, 2 to 3% being 27 million. I'm thinking that both of these numbers are probably going to drop down a little bit, at least by 7 to 10 million. It's kind of just my thoughts. Moon Knight, the prediction for Moon Knight was probably this high because he's a character that's not farmable yet. But these numbers typically tend to be relatively accurate. If we look at it, they had the top 100 a cutoff being at what, 55 million. If we take a look in the game, we'll see that the cutoff for that was actually about 54.5 billion. So they were only about a million off or so for that top 100 ranking. So either way, opportunity for you to grab some shards for these characters. Taskmaster, like I said, I think is a more important character. But yeah, take a look at those blitzes, figure out where you need to get to, where you want to get to, and go blitz and have some fun. All right, and speaking of Swarm and the Sinister Six team, the leader of the Sinister Six team is a Dr. Octopus. Dr. Octave. No, let's just say Dr. Octopus here, Doc Ock. But legendary effect going off right here this week. And listen, man, we made a video earlier last week talking about our top 10 characters. Not granted, those lists typically tend to be very subjective, right? But we put Doc Ock in the top 10. He was like number 9 in the top 10, but he was in the top 10 list overall. I do think that he has a lot of value in this game. Very good plug and play character. Yes, Kestrel is a counter to his summons, but what the other things that he does, he still does it very well. Now, remember that you do need X-Force characters to unlock Doc Ock, and for those who are going to unlock Doc Ock, congratulations to you, or those who are going to be ranking up Doc Ock, congratulations to you as well. Double drop for some of those X-Force characters right now, the ones that are in these campaign nodes: Negasonic, Cable. I think that's it. X-23 is in the War Store. Domino is in the Blitz store, Blitz Orb specifically, and Deadpool is in the Arena store. So those two characters specifically, Cable and Negasonic, you do have some double drops, so do take advantage of that because that does end tonight. All right, and speaking of top 10 characters or potential top 10 characters, now when we made this video, we actually excluded Deathpool, or last week's video when we made the top 10 list, we actually excluded Deathpool out of this list because she's such a new character. Don't fully know what's going on with her yet, right? But hey, she's released. A lot of players will say that she's good. Something going on a little wonky here with her passive, which we're going to talk about in a little bit here. But overall, let's talk about the event. It's a pretty decent event, right? There's some decent items that you can get through these milestones, these catalyst pieces that you're getting here over the 14-day period. These typically tend to add up. You're also getting these 2 orange elite orb fragments, these 2 orbs that are the orange elite orbs. It's good. You can get some hero uniques for them, but it's really kind of unpredictable. But over the 14-day period, you're also getting these superior miasma. And right now, I'm in a conundrum. I'm using my X-Men team. We tried Doom 1.1 the other day, and trust me, my Kitty Pryde at Gear Tier 12 is not holding up. Doom 1.0, Gear Tier 12 Kitty Pryde works fine, but Doom 1.1, absolutely not. So we're probably going to have to bring her up to Gear Tier 14. You know who else I'm going to have to bring up to Gear Tier 14? Deathpool and Cloak. So we're in a massive conundrum right now. They did say that they are going to make these hero uniques a little bit more available later on. I'm assuming, though, that's probably going to be a while from now. Probably when they release Gear Tier 16, probably when or after they release Gear Tier 16. I'm hoping they do it simultaneously or even before that, man, because I would like to be able to invest into the characters that I need to be able to do the Doom campaign. But other than that, Deathpool looks like a good character, maybe potentially be in the top 10 list at some point in time. But listen, other things that are going on with her right now is that she's actually not working the way that we expected her to work. So if we take a look at this video here, which is one of the videos that we shared last week through our Envoy vids, you can see she's going to do her special ability here. Which is a special which hits adjacent targets. She kills Thing and then she kills Vision. After that, she's actually supposed to follow up with her passive ability, which says that on enemy death, heal self for 10% of this character's max health and attack the most injured enemy for 300% damage. But she actually didn't do that here. So with her special, she killed 2 characters. She was supposed to follow up with 2 additional hits because she killed 2 characters to the most injured enemy, and that did not happen here in this video. This is something I didn't even catch earlier, but through the week here and through reports, I was able to go back and look at this, and this is something that has been reported to the developers that they've admitted that this is not working as intended right now. But shout out to everybody who kind of picked this up and pointed this out, guys. That's definitely a big deal. But a few other things that are going on right now with Deathpool as well is that even not just that, if you kill 5 enemies, right, and then there's 2 enemies that are remaining, she'll attack that one enemy up to 5 times. But as soon as that enemy is dead, even if it only takes 1 hit, she completely stops attacking, right? So you're expecting that if you kill 5 enemies, she's supposed to attack 5 times. She might not need those 5 times to kill 1 enemy, but after that 1 enemy is done, let's say after three attacks, she doesn't follow up with the additional 2 attacks. Now, I don't know if that's probably fine, right? You probably don't want the passive to end up in this never-ending loop of her killing characters, because then what if she also kills enemies with her passive, and then you would expect that she would then follow up with an additional attack from killing an enemy with the passive. Passive shouldn't proc passive, so I think that that's okay, but definitely the way that we're intending for this to work, where she's killing 2 enemies and she's not proccing with her passive ability, that's definitely a major deal. So, and I think also there's an issue as well with her ability energy. There might be something going on with her ability energy there as well. Maybe she's not also triggering, because if she's not triggering her passive when she's killing enemies, that she's also not triggering the ability energy portion of it as well. She's also supposed to give 2 ability energy per killed ally. So this is something that's definitely kind of weird going on right now. They are aware of it, and this is something that they are going to be fixing. But just so that you know, if you do see that in game, that's currently what's going on with Deathpool, and hopefully they fix something like they fixed this actually very quickly. All right, and speaking of Deathpool, well, we also gonna talk about her new Warriors team. So right now, Cloak and Dagger, we finally got some data mine information here on how Cloak and Dagger are gonna be released in the game. So it says here, Strike Pass Season 7 is live, which is the data mine, so it's not live yet. So Season 7 is going to be right after this iteration of the Strike Pass Now, which features Captain Sam. Rack up big rewards by completing your daily objectives. Season 7 feature characters will be Cloak and Dagger. Now, this is weird and strange. They're releasing both characters through the Strike Pass at the same time, is what it looks like here in these data mines. Now, they've done this before. If you probably don't know, but Strike Pass 1, if you're a newer player, you get Strike Pass 1. Obviously, if you're past level 75, you get Strike Pass 3. But Strike Pass 1 does include 2 characters, which are Hawkeye and also Black Widow. So it's not something that they haven't done before, but both of these characters are 100 shard unlocks, which makes it weird. Black Widow's 100 shard unlock, I believe, as well, but this just makes it weird. And you're also releasing 2 new characters that are both 100 shard unlocks and seem to be very important for the game right now. Very scary, because if your Strike Pass is a very limited way for you to be able to get shards. You can't really control it. Now, some players can do better with blitzes, not earlier players, but some players can do better with blitzes and get good character shards. But if you're someone that's a little bit later game and you're free to play, this is not a very good release method for you. So not quite sure why they're doing this or how exactly they're going to do this for 2 characters that are both 100 shard unlocks. Now, I suspect that probably this won't just be one season of a release for both of these characters. Most likely they're probably going to do Strike Pass Season 7 and probably Strike Pass Season 8 for both of these characters as well. But let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Did this seem to be very important for Doom raids, Doom 1.1, and probably Doom 2. Doom Raid 2 as well? And you never know, what are they going to do with Dark Dimension 5? They may be important for Dark Dimension 5 as well. We don't know what exactly they're going to be doing there. So this doesn't feel good. You're not able to get enough shards. And I really wish that they would go away from releasing new characters through the Strike Pass. It's not a very player friendly way. But let me know your thoughts. What do you think about this Strike Pass and Cloak and Dagger both being released in the Strike Pass at the same time? How do you think that they're going to actually go about doing this? Like I said, leave it in the comments, guys. We'll love to know what you guys are thinking here. All right, and another update from this past week here, which was our level 85 cat. Now, some cray people I think are already at level 85 or already at like level 83. Me, myself, and I were currently still at level 80 like normal people. All right, but we do have some information to find out how exactly these stats are going to look when you're moving your characters to 81 to 82, 83, 84, and 85. And it looks like there's actually some pretty good stat boosts here. So I'm actually on MSF.gg. Shout out to Pimtoxy. Shout out to TyJ for creating this information here and allowing us to be able to see kind of how I'm on MSF.gg a lot to figure out, hey, where stats are going to land. Let's read T4s because I can't trust T4s in the game. So I use MSF.gg a lot here. But pull up Lavelle. She's at level 80, gear tier 50 right now in this. And I took a look at her stats. So 387 right now with health. There's no ISOs here, but so that's not factoring in. It's just 7 and 7. And so health right now is at 387, damage is at 43,000. And if you move this up to level 81 and calculate the power there, you'll see that this goes up to now 396, and then her damage goes up to 44,000, armor 23k, focus 14,200. And then if you move this all the way up to level 85, you'll see kind of like that big stat boost there. Brings her all the way up to 436. Remember, we started off at 387, right? And then damage went all the way up to 49k. Now, armor, not so much. Focus, not so much. Resistance, not so much. Looks like the most of the stat boost that you're getting is going to be with that health and also with that damage, which is probably what you really care the most about anyways, right? But so it looks like level 85 definitely will introduce a pretty good stat boost. We saw about 50k or so, and an increase of about 49k in health increase, and definitely a good jump here, 7,000 in that damage jump. So I do think that the level 85 is definitely going to help. If you're probably not able to bring characters up to gear tier 16 to do content, you're probably going to want to at least put level 85 on them. Now, I'm most likely going to prioritize my arena team. I typically tend to go arena, raids, and then Dark Dimension, or if I'm not doing Dark Dimension, and I'll go arena, raids, and then war offense, and then later on war defense. So it's really kind of going to be up to you. I know the way that I'm going to do this, I'm probably going to prioritize my arena team first. And then Doom raids are becoming very important. I'm probably going to prioritize my symbiotes because that's really where I'm having the most challenge right now in these Doom raids. So that's probably where I'm going to go with my next level 85 sort of increase. But looks like it's a pretty good stat boost here. Figure out, I guess, you know, as you kind of climb levels here, who you're going to want to put those characters, who we want to invest those higher levels into. But that's pretty much basically what I'm going to do as far as I'm concerned. But pretty good stat boost as far as I can see so far right now. Right, and also this past week after the patch here, we got some information on Shang-Chi, and how he's going to be released in Marvel Strike Force. So it looks like we're going to be getting a milestone event for him. Not a gold milestone event. Sorry, I don't want to misspeak here, but a milestone event, kind of similar to what you had with Moondragon, like sort of an event like that. So it looks like it's going to be the legend event. Tana actually data mined this video, data mined the information on Shang-Chi. They obviously made the announcement in the game, but in the game they didn't mention when this was going to happen. They only talked about him also being available in the supply store for 800 cores. They can kick rocks with that. But what Tana talked about here in the data mines, the few things that are going on. So wait for you to get shards. There's a Fire Essence event currency where you can earn Fire Essence event currency for different nodes, including campaigns, blitz, daily objectives. There's just Wise Warrior milestone where you can rack up points on a 14-day milestone by spending the Fire Essence limited time event, earn Shang-Chi charge, various gear, Elite 6, and more via the milestone rewards, the medallion. They talk about, there's a bunch of different things that are going on here. Pretty big event for you to get shards for him. And for you also to get the costume, the skin for him as well. So it's a pretty decent event. I think this is obviously more so celebrating the movie that's coming out, right? But it's just a weird feeling for me because he's a war defense character. The Heroes for Hire team, they're a war defense team. It's just hard for me to get very excited about that, right? And I think probably a lot of players are in the same boat. He looks like a really cool character. I would have preferred an event like this for Cloak and Dagger as opposed to them being released in the Strike Pass. War defense character, I don't know what to do with it, y'all let me know, man. But looks like a cool event. Looks like there's gonna be some good stuff that you can get here. The Elite 6 credits, definitely a good thing. But war defense character, their kit does have some usage outside of war defense. Misty Knight, Colleen Wing, the rest of the Heroes for Hire team, they can be used in those gamma raids. So decent team, but like I said, war defense character. What are your guys' thoughts? Are you excited about Shang-Chi, whatever it is? If you're concerned about Alliance War, then you probably care a little bit more about this character, but not me. Just let me know what you guys are thinking here in the comments. All right, and to wrap things up here for the rest of the week, we have a couple other things going on. So Magneto was mentioned here in the blog post at the very bottom here. Let's pan it over to here. But yeah, Magneto was mentioned. It looks like he's going to be a returning legendary character for next week. There's a double drop event right now. I can't find it. They mentioned Magneto's legendary event here, August 27th. There's going to be a bonus event where you can get these double drops for Brotherhood or X-Men characters. Legendary. Yeah, this is not, they're on August 27th, 5 p.m. Switch gears by activating your mutant gene for the gifted guarantee. Yeah, so this is just for the double drops for the Brotherhood and X-Men characters. So Magneto looks like he's going to be returning here next week. And then we also have a Relic Hunt again, where you need your hand characters, where you can also get your catalyst pieces and things like that, but you have to get the hand characters. There's going to be a double drop event as well for the hand characters that you need from those campaign notes. But that pretty much basically wraps up the information that we have for this week. Obviously, if there's anything that I missed, guys, leave it in the comments. We'd love to talk about it. Maybe we'll make a video about it later on this week, or just talk about it in the comments. Either way, what are your thoughts, man? Shang-Chi, thoughts on the new Warriors team, their release method, thoughts on Deathpool, her passive not working. Do you think she's a top 10 character? Do you think she's a top 10 character, even though she's not working right? But when she does work right, do you think that she definitely warrants having that top 10 character or being a part of that top 10 character list? I definitely think that there's a potential chance that she could be if she does work right. But listen, I appreciate you guys watching the video so much. Like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Share the video as well, guys. Also join, like, take a look in the description, join my Discord, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff, guys, and Patreon as well. Take a look at that information down below. But appreciate you guys watching the video. You guys have a good week. If I don't talk to you, y'all be blessed. Hey, y'all be safe. Woo. All right, man. Waking up at 6:30 to do these videos. Ooh. I'm gonna need some sleep or an energy drink. Shot of espresso. Oh, I don't drink coffee. That's right. What am I gonna do? Some highly caffeinated tea? Maybe that.